So we live in current year, at current day, and Elon Musk is blaming the Anti-Defamation League for all of his problems. Which, we're gonna get into why that's, there's some weirdness to that. But first, let's get into the fan art section. This first one is from Skit. I've been getting back into traditional art for the past few weeks, so I decided to redraw some of the old artworks that I had posted here. This one was maybe my favorite, and I made it about a year ago. Overall, I really like how the redraw turned out, and it was so nice to see the way my style has changed since then. So, just for reference, this was the post originally. So we've got... That is definitely a glow up. That is definitely a glow up there. But that is the only one that we are going to be showing today, and not because I clicked the link in the fan art section that took me to the next piece of fan art. And then I lost my place in the fan art section. Definitely not that. Definitely not that. Definitely not because of that. It's probably because of that. Anyways, M Differs, thank you for redeeming your points for an hada, you fucking B-Gen. And Kajira Wolf, thank you very much for Owl. Suris, you should play Sea of Stars. So is Musk technically trying to defame the Anti-Defamation League? Oi, oi, oi. Fluffy Beon says, show the fan art? I can't. I'm not at the section anymore. That's the issue, is that, like, when I'm in the fan art section, if I scroll away or click away from where I'm at in the fan art section, then it's gone. It's gone. I have to wait for the next one. I made the mistakes, and that's fine. But let's go ahead and talk about what we actually do want to talk about today. Subscribe, YouTube stuff, Patreon, all that other fun stuff. Elon Musk blames the Anti-Defamation League for a 60% ad sale decline at Twitter and threatens to sue. Twitter owner Elon Musk is threatening to sue the Anti-Defamation League for defamation, claiming that the nonprofit organization's statements about the rising hate speech on the social media platform have torpedoed Twitter's advertising revenue. All right, so first of all, can we go ahead and get something straight? It is undeniable that hate speech has thrived on Twitter since Elon Musk's takeover, because he's made it a point to not enforce Twitter's policies on hate speech as hard. Like, he's made it a point to unban people from the website who had previously been banned for causing problems on the website. Like, can we all agree and admit that that's a thing that happened? Right? Okay, cool. Glad we got that out of the way. In a post on Twitter, formerly known as Twitter, Musk said the United States advertising revenue is still down 60%, primarily due to pressure on advertisers by the Anti-Defamation League, saying that that's what advertisers tell us. So they've almost succeeded in killing Twitter. Ah, yes. They, the ominous they, have almost succeeded in killing Twitter. Not Elon Musk's own decisions, which led to the rise in those types of conversations happening more and more often on Twitter. Definitely not that. No. Definitely other people. This is like... So, this is like being an abuser in a relationship, breaking your wife's jaw, and then going, wow, I am so inconvenienced you can't give me a blowjob right now. Look at what you've done. That's all this fucking is. You do the thing. You're the asshole. You make the terrible decision. And then you decide to do something that ruins what you want. You, Jessa doing the why did you hurt my fingers? How dare you break my fingers on your jaw? Like, that's shit. Musk claimed that since he took over the platform in October of 2022, the Anti-Defamation League has been trying to kill the platform by falsely accusing it and me of being anti-Semitic. He said, to be clear, our platform's name on the matter of anti-Semitism... to clear our platform's name on the matter of anti-Semitism, it looks like we have no choice but to file a defamation lawsuit against the Anti-Defamation League. Oh, the irony. The ADA says, as a matter of policy, it does not comment on legal threats, but the organization noted it recently met with Twitter leadership, including CEO Linda Yaccarino, which, you know, again, we're just going to go ahead and call Puppet Musk. Musk hired Linda in order to help revive ad revenue. Yaccarino thanked the ADL CEO Jonathan Greenblatt following the meeting last week, saying in a post on X, a strong and productive partnership is built on good intentions and candor. Well, I agree with that. So, in lieu of that, I would like to have all the candor in the world right now when I tell you, viewers... I swear to fucking God, if you keep me on this subathon for more days, I'm gonna bash my brains in. I'm kidding. Thank you for all the support. Smile. Meanwhile, Musk, the platform's owner, has recently liked and engaged with a series of posts criticizing the organization. A hashtag ban the ADL campaign has spread on Twitter, and the ADL accused Musk of lifting the campaign. They said the Anti-Defamation League is unsurprised, yet undeterred, that anti-Semites, white supremacists, conspiracy theorists, and other trolls have launched a coordinated attack on our organization. This type of thing is nothing new. The ADL and other similar organizations, including the Center for Countering Digital Hate, have found that the volume of hate speech on the website has grown dramatically under Musk's stewardship. Let's take a look at that real quick. Wait, Red Joker just said, hey, Suris, guess what? Payday. Hey, Joker, guess what? Violence! Small fry, thank you for the hydrate. Let's take a look at that, because the CNN did post this here. Hate speech dramatically surges on Twitter following Elon Musk's takeover, new research shows. Let's see here. It was a remarkable claim, given Musk has executed mass layoffs. Oh, hold on. Elon Musk declared last month that hate speech impressions had dramatically fallen on the platform since he took over. It is remarkable as a claim, given that Musk executed mass layoffs and chased away hundreds of employees, draining the company's much-needed resources to enforce content moderation policies. On Friday, 2 watchdog groups published a research paper that indicated that Musk's claim simply did not hold water, offering one of the clearest pictures to date of the surging tide of hate speech on the platform. The Center for Countering Digital Hate and the Anti-Defamation League both said the reports that the volume of hate speech on Twitter has grown dramatically under Musk's stewardship. Specifically, the Center for Countering Digital Hate said that the daily use of the N-word under Musk has tripled from 2022. The use of slurs against gay men and trans people are up 58% and 62% respectively. The Anti-Defamation League said in a separate report that this data shows both an increase in anti-Semitic content on the platform and a decrease in the moderation of anti-Semitic posts. Oh boy. That's not great. It said press X to doubt. Don't press X to doubt. That will get you on the platform. The X is now your Twitter button. It's a trap. It's been a trap all along. The Anti-Defamation League said in a separate post that its data shows both an increase in anti-Semitic content and decrease in moderation. Both groups expressed alarm with what they are seeing occur on Twitter, one of the most influential communication platforms in the world. The ADL described the deteriorating state of affairs as a troubling situation that will likely get worse given the reports that Twitter's had its moderation staff cut. So, I just really quickly want to pivot us to the types of people that are happy with how Twitter is being ran. You know, like Andrew Torba. You know, the CEO of Gab. These are the people happy with Elon, by the way. These are the types of people happy with Elon. When these are the types of people happy with you, you've probably fucked up somewhere. You've probably messed up somewhere. When people who run websites like Gab are just like, yeah, no, we're so back. Just know. But let's go ahead and take a look at the rest of the article here. In one instance, the CCDH found the daily use of the N-word was triple. Okay, we looked at all that already. Musk called the reports in May by the two watchdog groups utterly false, claiming that hate speech impressions, or the number of times a tweet containing hate speech had been viewed, continued to decline since his early days of owning the company, when the platform saw a spike in hate speech designed to test Musk's tolerance. Okay, so what he's basically doing is he's not measuring how often it's come up on his website. He's measuring how many impressions it's had. But let me ask you a question. If we had a world where, say, 40% of people had left Twitter, but there was an increase in hate speech on Twitter from the people who were left there, then wouldn't the daily impressions of hate speech go down because there were simply fewer people for those impressions to hit? And if people who were still on Twitter were using Twitter less because they saw that hate speech and they knew nothing was going to get done about it, so they hopped off of the website, you know, just for the day so they can come back tomorrow. If those people stopped viewing the website as much, then wouldn't those impressions go down too? This would mean that there's both a world where there is more hate speech on the platform, but the actual amount of people viewing the hate speech goes down because the amount of people viewing Twitter is going down. That's not what you want. That's the opposite of what you want. You don't want to be like, well, the hate speech doesn't matter because nobody's on my website now. That's not what you do. Last month, Musk sued the CCDH, accusing the nonprofit of deliberately trying to drive advertisers away from the platform by publishing reports critical of the platform's response to hateful content. Musk, I'm sorry, but if you fuck up, then people are going to say things about you. It specifically claims the CCDH violated the platform's terms of service and federal hacking laws by scraping data from the company's platform and by encouraging an unnamed individual to improperly collect information about Twitter that it had provided to a third-party brand monitoring provider. In response, the CCDH CEO, Imran Ahmad, previously told CNN that much of the lawsuit, particularly its claim about the unnamed individual, sounds a bit like a conspiracy theory to me. And yeah, it fucking would. But also, scraping data is not illegal. I hate to tell you guys this, but scraping data is how some of the websites you use every day for your hobbies even exist. Like, okay, so I use EDHREC when I'm looking at cards that I might have missed in the deck building process for making one of my commander decks. And when I'm making something using EDHREC, I have to recognize that all of the data on EDHREC is being scraped from MTG Goldfish, it's being scraped from Moxfield, it's being scraped from Architect, it's being scraped from all of the places where people store their deck data for Magic the Gathering, which will lead to that data going to EDHREC. That is a direct result of scraping. Scraping data is just a thing that places do. Now, whether the way the data was scraped is legal, that's up for them to figure out in court. But it's also important to note that this is basically Elon Musk going, actually, your reports might have been correct, but the way you got the data was bad, so I'm taking you to court for that. Blink, blink. Legally, it's not smart for Musk to actually admit that the data is correct. It would be stupid for him to go, yes, there has been a 58% increase in the use of these slurs. There's been a 62% increase of the use of these slurs. It would be a very bad idea for him to do that, but He's not denying that those numbers are true. He's just trying to argue that those aren't the numbers that matter, which, again, not the case. It can literally be that an increase in hate speech on a platform decreases the impressions the platform gets as the user base decreases their time they are engaging with the platform. That's how platforms work. Continuing in the article, the truth is that Elon Musk has been casting around for a reason to blame us for his own failings as a CEO. Because we all know when he took over, he put up the bat signal to racists, misogynists, homophobes, anti-Semites, saying Twitter is now a free speech platform. And now he is surprised when people are able to quantify that there has been a resulting increase in hate and disinformation. Yep. Said payday for the ADL lawyers? It could be. It depends. It really, really depends. I'll be interested to see how this goes. Now, I know that there have been other lawsuits aimed at the ADL before. They are not always correct. They are not the perfect arbiters of truth or anything like that. They're not. So I'll be interested to see how this one goes down. But, with that said free speech is not freedom from consequences. Nope, it's not. It's really not. And yet, people seem to forget that all the time. But, with that said, guys, this is where I want to throw it back to you. How do you feel all this is going to go down? How do you feel Elon has done with this platform? Has he screwed it up? Has he messed up Twitter? Are you still dead naming Twitter as you should, as is your legal right? Where are we at right now? Anyways, let me know what you think in the comment section below. Hit the like button if you haven't already. And as always, everybody, insert into video tagline here.